January 1865. The United States, ravaged by years of civil war, teetered on the brink of a fragile peace. Abraham Lincoln, bearing the weight of a nation on his shoulders, looked towards a future free from the shackles of slavery. The war that had divided brother against brother was nearing its end, but Lincoln knew the fight for true freedom was far from over. The Emancipation Proclamation, a beacon of hope in 1863, had declared the freedom of slaves in Confederate states, but its legal standing remained uncertain. Lincoln, a lawyer at heart, understood the need for a permanent solution, a solution enshrined in the Constitution itself. This solution was the 13th Amendment, an amendment that would forever banish slavery from American soil. Yet the path to abolishing slavery was fraught with obstacles. The nation remained deeply divided, and even within his own party, Lincoln faced opposition. The year 1864 had seen a contentious presidential election, with Lincoln facing off against his former general, George McClellan. McClellan, campaigning on a platform of peace and reconciliation, argued against the Emancipation Proclamation and the continuation of the war. Lincoln, despite facing an uphill battle, ultimately secured his re-election, a testament to the nation's growing desire for unity and freedom. His victory, however, was not a mandate for radical change, and Lincoln knew he would need to tread carefully to secure the passage of the 13th Amendment. The Emancipation Proclamation, while a powerful symbol of freedom, faced significant limitations. It applied only to Confederate states, leaving slavery intact in border states loyal to the Union. Furthermore, its legal basis rested on Lincoln's war powers as commander-in-chief, leaving it vulnerable to legal challenges once the war concluded. A constitutional amendment, on the other hand, would permanently abolish slavery, removing any doubt or ambiguity. Lincoln understood that the fight for emancipation was not merely a military campaign, it was a battle for the very soul of America. Lincoln's own views on slavery had evolved over time. While he had always opposed the expansion of slavery, he initially believed in gradual emancipation and the resettlement of freed slaves. However, the horrors of the Civil War and the eloquence of abolitionists like Frederick Douglass pushed him towards a more radical stance. Lincoln came to view the abolition of slavery as a moral imperative, a necessary step in fulfilling the promise of equality enshrined in the Declaration of Independence. He recognized that the nation could not truly heal from the wounds of war without addressing the sin of slavery at its core. The political landscape of 1865 was complex and fractured. Within Lincoln's Republican Party, there was a deep divide between conservatives and radical Republicans. The radicals, led by Thaddeus Stevens and Charles Sumner, demanded immediate emancipation and full civil rights for African Americans. They viewed Lincoln as too moderate, too willing to compromise with slaveholders. Conservatives, while opposed to slavery, were cautious, fearing social and economic upheaval. Lincoln, a master politician, navigated these factions carefully. He needed radical support for abolition while assuaging moderates. Lincoln also needed some Democrat support to pass a constitutional amendment. He appealed to their patriotism and the moral imperative of ending slavery. With the passage of the 13th Amendment, Abraham Lincoln's legacy was cemented as a testament to freedom. The amendment permanently abolished slavery, marking a new chapter in American history. It was a victory not just for Lincoln, but for all those who had fought tirelessly for the cause of emancipation. The nation, though still healing from the scars of war, could now begin to move towards a future where liberty and equality were not just ideals, but realities for all its citizens. Lincoln's determination and unwavering commitment to justice had paved the way for a more united and free America.